on.
A gust of wind whirls up, lifting my hair, blowing the river back upon itself, swaying the treetops. 3 crows flap untidily past, flying away from the storm. Lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4, thunder. The storm is less than 5 kilometres away. Storm, close, says the boy, crouching now, watching the sky. The rain is getting heavier. We can't be out here in the open when the storm hits us properly. We'll get struck by lightning. We need to shelter. I look across the river at the black open mouth of Dead Man's Cave. I hesitate. Should we? My mum and Lamont's mum have banned us going into Dead Man's Cave. Beaky said it was because there was a hermit living in there who didn't want to be disturbed by a bunch of kids. Lamont said it was more likely because Shimmakata and his mates all hung out in the cave drinking cider and breaking bottles and listening to music really loud. The sky darkens ominously. Dead Man's Cave will be perfect. Look, listen, I know a place we can be safe. A cave. Cave? Says the boy, shaking his head. What cave? I point across the river. That cave, over there. The boy looks from me to where I'm pointing and back to me again. No, Charlie Murram, he says, getting himself to his feet more carefully this time. Dad's shirt falls onto the sand. I find Muthka. He folds his arms stubbornly across his chest. No cave. Yes, cave. This is a bad place to be in a storm. You can find Muthka later. Come with me, trust me. He screws up his eyes, concentrating, squinting at me, as if he's trying to see through a dirty window. Trust me? He teeters unsteadily, still on his feet. Yes, trust me. I hold out my hand towards him, beckoning him to take it. The sky is so black now, it feels like night is falling, and the rain's properly splattering too. Come on, hurry up. The boy takes another staggery step away from me, blinking suspiciously. Thunder booms. The storm's coming in really fast. It'll reach us soon. Then I have an idea. I know what'll help him trust me. I roll the spear towards him along the ground. The boy snatches up his spear and glares at me. Trickles of blood-tinged rain are running down the sides of his face, and his hair is stuck to his cheek. The boy's eyes narrow. Lightning lights us up, jittery and awful, and the spear in the boy's hand flashes bone white. Suddenly, thunder crashes and bangs almost overhead. I realise that I might have just made a huge mistake. What was I thinking? This boy's not my friend. I've no idea who he is, or what's happened to him, or what he might do next. I trust you, I say, but my voice has gone all squeaky and unconvincing. Lightning flashes in a huge zigzag across the black sky. Thunder crashes like the world is breaking. The boy stares at me, his eyelids flickering. He can't pass out again, not here, not now. Please, I say, and our eyes lock. He rams his spear into the sand and leans on it like a walking stick. Please, he says solemnly, and he starts to stumble towards me. I come, Kaif? I laugh. A mad, scared, electric laugh. Hurry up then, I say in relief, before we both get frazzled. I go to the boy and hold out my hand to help him. He doesn't take it, but he does hobble closer to my side, still leaning on his spear, so that when, in a new touch of dizziness, he starts to sway, I can put my arm out to steady him. Just hold on to me. I have to shout over another crash of thunder. He puts his heavy hand on my shoulder. He grips it so tight I almost wince. His fingers feel like claws. And that's how together we cross the river through the pelting rain. Me, Charlie Merriam, and him, this wild, unpredictable boy. We step off the last stepping stone and our feet squelch down into the ooze of mud. The boy drops his hold of me and leans back on a tree trunk. I lean next to him and we stand still a moment, both of us breathing hard. The air tastes sharp and electric, full of storm shivers. I sense the boy looking at me. I peek at him out of the corner of my eye too, and little tingle zigzags through my bones. Thunder booms. The storm is deadly close now. Looking up, I see the treetops bend and wave in the wind. Let's go, quick! I pat my shoulder for him to hold on to, but he tosses his head in refusal, and with that proud, stubborn look on his face again. Fine then, be like that, I mutter as I squelch hurriedly through the riverside mud, just ahead of him, leading us towards the cave. We've gone about a dozen steps when the next lightning flash crackles so close it makes my hair prickle. Instinctively, I start to run. I look back over my shoulder at the boy, and he's trying to run too, lolloping awkwardly on his bad leg. Then I gasp in horror. Behind the boy, the lightning finds its target. It reaches out of the black sky like a jabbing finger and strikes that tree we were only just leaning on. I freeze, transfixed for a second by the beautiful horror of it as the tree is lit up from the inside out, branches turned white like bones in an X-ray. With a monstrous tearing, The sound of the lightning-struck tree starts to lean towards us. "It's falling!" I scream, but the creak and wrench and crash drown out my voice.